Oh, foxes. How long have I tried to get the tea doctor and then you just didn't give it to me? How long? How long? Well, we're gonna try again. Hi, it's me, Chris. We're going to dig against the storm today, as I usually do. And well, let's just say we're rather far from the Citadel today. Let's just get that out of the way. Kind of far. Have to do it on prestige to 15. Normally, when I'm on a multiple of 5 on prestige levels, I turn one up just to get an extra shard. But I hate prestige 16 with a fiery passion because you have fewer blueprints. Like, everything being tougher, I'm fine with. But once I, lose yet more of my flexibility, then it's just like, ah. Ah. Bleh. So I don't like the upper levels of the difficulty curve. I don't like the level of difficulty curve we're at right now, but we're gonna try it because there's no choice. And maybe we'll even get to the adamantine seal. Who knows? Maybe. But I'm gonna try to focus on getting 30 foxes and a tea doctor, though. So let's see what we get. Reputation points if you complete a glade event during drizzle season. That might happen. Maybe. Creeping shadows do not open glades during the storm, or terrible things happen. The end. Cool. Horrors from beneath. Villagers working in mind get minus resolve. Very annoying if you do anything with mines, because mines are like, oh great, I can put the woodcutters in the mines during the storm. Nope. They'll all be freaking out. We also have Eerie Song. Very rough. Without services, people start to die at Hostility 5. Don't like that at all. And if I don't have 2 services with Eclipse, people take more frequent breaks, which means they eat more food and use more services. So that's gonna be tough. We're looking most like the big duo we're looking for is treatment and luxury. Treatment, luxury, and education will clear 2 services for all of our people. So if we can, scrape that together, great. If we can't, well, then I guess we are sad. Anyway, it looks like we're starting with harpies, beavers, and foxes today. Fair enough. Let's see what our blueprints are. Huh. Boy, I hate having only 2 choices. Herbalist camp is good, ranch is good. Not what I would love to see early, but it's definitely something. Herbalist camp would only really get us herbs, which, are good, don't get me wrong. But I think this is probably just go with ranch. Probably. It's just very flexible and good. Okay. Well, we found treatment and luxury. Nothing that helps us out, at all on the game start, but I guess that'll be good later. And finally we have this. I see. Tea house? I guess. Opens up water skin, tea. If we're in a really dire strait, we can turn stuff into porridge. And everybody can just eat porridge. 3-star tea is good to get services going for harpies and foxes. Still need some kind of metal for that, but I guess it's good. Cookhouse would also be fine. Biscuits I want to make for the harpies and the beavers. Skewers can make the foxes happy. The pigment can be used for scrolls, which is another way to turn on a service. I can't really make any of these yet. It's a little rough. I could make skewers, but there's only the foxes like them. Those are not helpful to start out with, which is real bad. Hey, okay, well, that's just how we're gonna start things out, I guess. I guess we just start chopping trees and hope I get some more direction from my orders and my cornerstones. So gotta remember, can't remake anything because of Corrosive Torrent. I try to not do that as a matter of course anyway, but it's good to, you know, poke my sieve of a memory to remember, hey, don't thoughtlessly tear down buildings because you don't get anything back from them. Especially parts. That one's really important. Alright. Right. We'll get someone on the trapper's camp for food. 2 people here. We'll need fabric and we'll need a lot of planks. I don't think any house uses bricks, so I'm gonna not make them until I need them. What's our first cornerstone? Terrible. Our first cornerstone is terrible. Like, dye extractor does something. We get, like, pigment from the bugs. I mean, we can turn a bunch of pigment into, like, trade goods, maybe. That's something. Sure. It's, yeah. You know, I don't often play on Prestige 15, and this is a very good reminder of why I don't. 'Cause boy oh boy, you live and die by the blueprints you get, and it sure does feel like I'm about to die. Maybe we'll get really easy orders, unlock a few early blueprints, and everything will be fine. Hurried expedition exists. I would like, well, I got the cookhouse, so I do need the tea. Better skewers is good. I could just do funding the expedition, which might actually be very smart. But, you know, I see timed order, I click on timed order is how things usually go. So let's just pop into a dangerous glade right away and just, you know, hope that it's not terrible. Anyway, let's check out other things we can do. Blue metal's relatively easy. We get crystallized dew from the trees, some of the trees. So this will eventually just happen on its own, which is very tempting. Heyo, Synoptum. Nice to have you. Thanks for coming. We got Beaver's Resolve. Getting the Beaver Resolve up to 20 is a wee hard. I'd need 2 beaver houses. That would be a good +6. I would need the coats to be online for another +5. So that's 11, like, might be doable. I'd have to upgrade the hearth, though. The 2 beavers would also be very helpful for wood cutting, so I'm gonna click on that button. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say no one's allowed any coats. I'm gonna queue up some beaver homes. Or 2 of them, because that's all we need. Oh, and in that case, I'll also want to queue up a shelter or 2, so that everyone else has a house. We'll need at least 2, because I can't make fox houses quite yet, not without some crystallized dew. I can't really count on that existing immediately. Put down a park to upgrade the hearth. Once all those get built. And I guess we cross our fingers that that works out. Quick transaction? Like, if I had a trader, I could do that, but I don't. Sure would enjoy having the artisan available, but it's, oof. Is this the new Dante Unbound update? No. This is Against the Storm. It's a city builder roguelite. And it's one of my favorite games, easily. Just don't think I can actually do this. I'd have to set up trade routes to even have a chance at doing this. 8 minutes and 30 seconds, like... Yeah, it would be during the storm. I don't get access to a trader until, like, this next drizzle, so we just can't. Normally I'm all like, oh, I'll take a chance at really tough timed events, why not? But, that's just not happening. The end. So we just kind of have to deal with that. Hey, alright. Let's hurry things along then. Get this glade broken into. And see what we got. Ooh, a haunted rain mill. That's pretty great. 3-star flower of scrolls and packs of building materials. It's gonna be a little hard to get that online, but it's eventually doable. So that's good to see. And now we also have the open vaults. Scary. Can we just bury the entrance? Use our very small amount of bricks or fabric to do this, I guess. It does make all of our gatherers, freak out. Harpies are already freaking out, but, like, there's only one of them, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that could make Fox resolve a little bit of an issue, but I don't know what my alternative is, frankly. We don't need bricks right now, and we have some rocks we can turn into bricks. Some of the trees drop rocks too, so, like, in theory, it's safe to use bricks here. There's also the Rage of the Forest. The rewards aren't terrible. Scout pack I'm looking at and nodding my head. Could go with that, but I think it's just smarter to bury the entrance rather than risking this killing everyone in 20 field radius. So yeah, we do that. Unfortunately, that is a big ol' -12 resolve to everybody doing any gathering whatsoever. So, need to solve that a little bit. Pull a beaver off of woodcutting. That didn't solve the problem as much as I hoped it would. Now we can't not do this. Could pull off 2 more woodcutters, but that's dangerous. We do have plenty of food. I don't need a fox gathering bugs right now. We found a nice patch of fertile ground. That could come in handy. Just we'd need a fertile ground building. I guess we could, like, put up a spare workstation? Get everybody working on that. And that'll sort of solve the issue of resolve. And, you know, have us still be doing useful things. I mean, it works. Anyway. Foxes will get that going. That should be done before the storm hits. Oh, thank you for the compliment on the hat. I made it in Blender. It's a lizard hat. We don't have lizards, so I can't zoom into them and show you that it's modeled after their hat. But trust me, it is. Right, we have some pickled goods. Theoretically, I could, like, get beaver resolve done real quick. I'd have to take them all off of wood cutting and favor them. And have it. No. Sticking to the plan, we make their housing, then we favor them, and then we get that done. It's just a smart plan. Probably. Okay. Boom. Go work on planks. We need them. We got some built up. I really don't need this much fabric right now. In fact, the only thing I need are planks. Because we already have the Harpy house built, and she's perfectly fine now. Just turn up the priority, I guess. I also need to be focusing on chopping down the red trees because they will drop incense. And I want to cleanse this haunted rain mill as soon as I can. And that's the only way I see to do that in the immediate future. Maybe when we finish Hurried Expedition, I can start making some incense directly and we can do that. But for now, just mostly just focusing on chopping and getting that done. I could also slap down a trading post out here. It doesn't have to be anywhere near the hearth. So we'll just slap it down there. Make the builder work a little harder, but that's fine. May as well fast forward a bit. How's our timer looking? Yeah, we're gonna have the dangerous event going for like a second or two into the storm, which is fine. I'm not worried about that in the slightest. And we seem to have enough beaver resolve to hit 20. So maybe we can kind of sneak in the guild if we're lucky here. Just a little, just sneak in a little bit of one of the orders in real fast. This is contingent on them having enough pickled goods to heat, and we only have the one. So it's not guaranteed we get this. Like, if I watch the hearth and make sure I see them when they are taking a break, I could probably, like, rejigger it, pull this guy off woodcutting. Or maybe I'll just yammer the entire time and get it done, no problem. Okay, cool. The guild, done. Beaver resolve, cleared, excellent. Let's get ourselves a new blueprint. Okay. I mean, could use both of these, I guess. The furnace is probably the best pick here. We can't really get any copper ore on this map. There's no clay pits and there's no copper mines. But pie is nice, and 2-star bricks is useful. Can't say no to that. Provisioner's, like, okay. I'd be much more interested if we didn't have that rain mill down there. But with the ability to make 3-star flour in the rain mill, I think the furnace is the definite play. So we'll go with that. Could I put some more beavers on woodcutting now? I could indeed. Mayhap I do that. Maybe that's just fine. Okay. I think we're out of wood. We are out of wood. Well, that's what happens when I make an absolute truckload of planks, I guess. On the other hand, now we have a good enough base resolve that we can run this many people. Just gonna move that over there real quick. Put down a little beaver house over here. Happy little beaver house. Get them all in good homes. Hopefully we'll get the foxes in at least some sort of shelter before the storm hits. I would really love it if this cleared slightly faster, but it's not easy. Beavers are freaking out because they no longer have good food to eat, and I'm rationing their coats. Maybe I should unration them in that case. We are approaching the storm, so this is when I'm going to need the resolve before people start leaving. Which is bad. People leaving is bad. And that distant clap of thunder signals that you're in big trouble very soon. Okay. We got everybody but 2 people in a house, which is good. It upgraded the hearth. We get a nice +2 global resolve bonus for having the hearth upgraded. Thank you, Park. We still need this shelter built to get everybody in a house, but nothing like too terrible happens if nobody's home housed during the storm. It's just a little matter of them having less resolve. There we go. Glade event cleared. We should actually be good at 2 here. Or not. Maybe we're not that good at 2. Like, if the shelter gets built, we'll be fine. I don't think I need to respond to this quite yet. Either way, hurried expedition. Done. Huzzah. Let's turn in that timed order. We could put down the apothecary here now. Can slap the furnace down. We are going to need some bricks for this, unfortunately. So, only 3 though. So yeah, make me 3 bricks. Here, thank you. And then, keeping a stock of 10 around isn't crazy. It's mainly just gonna be brick production in here for a good long while, but it's good enough. Let's also see what we got. Like, Tavern's okay. Kiln is probably a very good building, though. We can turn wood into coal, which lasts a lot longer as fuel. That will save us a lot of wood in the long run. I'm still kind of wishing I had some kind of good plank production or fabric production. But I guess we get what we get here. I'm actually gonna move that around a bit just so that it looks better, and that's the only reason. I want the furnace to be a priority before we dedicate any bricks to any other building. We need to make the brick building before we use our bricks. Foxes are getting perpetually less happy, too. That's not great. Can't really favor them during the storm either. And now that I look at it, they already have their +3 from basic housing. I think there's not a lot I can do but cut a woodcutter. Which, not my favorite thing to do. Means, means less wood gathering. If that wasn't incredibly obvious, but it's the early game. The early game, I need to get materials. If we don't have materials, we can't build anything, and it's bad. It's a bad thing. Anyway, I think this is just how we're going to get through the storm, so I'm going to feel free to fast forward a bit. Newcomers have arrived. I wouldn't mind the magic number of 6 beavers, so all my woodcutters have a beaver. I'll have to cut one if I bring these guys in, but that's fine, whatever. Happy to have the extra manpower, and I do not want to delay my next group of newcomers for too long. That's usually not a wise play. Plus, there's stuff we can have the builders do. In fact, I should probably get this reed field collected from as well. I think we'll definitely need it. So just get a road down there. We're also going to want a road over here eventually, because this haunted rain mill cannot be moved from this spot. And we'll get that done someday, I'm sure. Just gotta get some incense going. Could make some in the apothecary, might at some point. But for right now, I think we just fast forward and call it good. I'll need to pop into one of these glades, I think, just because they're in the way, but we're getting a new order next year. So maybe I'll get an order that says, hey, pop into 5 glades, and I'll be like, sick, an excuse to pop into the glades I wanted to pop into. And we'll just hope for that. And hopefully I get a blueprint that makes use of this fertile ground too, because I would love to get that going. Hi. Oh, I see. Woodcutter's prayer. Well, we are sitting on 0 wood. So we'll kill all of our coal, but then we'll double our wood production, which is really, really strong. Like, this is definitely worth clicking on. It's a little spooky, but it's fine. Alright, get people in woodcutter camps. Let's pop up an order or 2. Complete 2 empathy events? Is cleansing this empathy? No, this is a nothing. It's a little hard to do. Harpy population is gonna be a little hard. It does, however, get me a blueprint, which I'm always looking at and being like, ooh, blueprints. Free blueprints are amazing. We'll have to, like, focus on getting more harpies in, but how hard could getting to 10 be, right? Right? Ha 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 ha. Hey, into the unknown. That's, hey, pop open 2 glades, one after the other. That's what I was looking for. How's Hilda doing? Ooh, she brought a plantation. That's gonna be really, really hard to buy. Which sucks for me, because I really want it. I'm not sure how feasible that is. Anyway, let's get the woodcutters up here now. Gonna pop into this glade and then pop into another one. Maybe even the dangerous one? I mean, we got the other one done, and it is drizzle, so it is the optimum time to open a dangerous glade, in my opinion. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it won't be a disaster. Normally I'm fine keeping 2 builders going, but like, there's not a lot to do for them. Yet more fertile ground. That's a surprise. Gosh, could these guys get this done in time? I doubt it. But if we did get that done in time, no, there's no way we're getting that delivered. They would have to deliver all of the eggs immediately, and then they'd have to drag all of the amber back before Sahilda leaves, and I don't think that's gonna happen. Maybe I bring them in then? Do I have the food for that? I do have the food for that. Is that smart? It's not like stupid. I've had dumber ideas. Sure, let's bring them in. It's year 2, we could use more people. Just, you know, need to make sure we have more housing for them. Hi, okay. Well, we found a cookhouse that we already have the blueprint for, so probably just gonna tear that down. We also found a rain spirit totem, which is a little rough. It's going to be a bit hard to cleanse. And I want to cleanse it because, gosh, that's really good to have. Still doesn't have anything that I can use for this, right? Yeah, nothing like that. Oh boy, okay. Well, 2 perks and a small cache, it's pretty sweet. Not gonna lie. Kinda wish I had that. Sort of oil, tea, none of that. Oh, hey! We get 30 incense from completing the timed event. That's actually fantastic. That's serendipitous. Holy cow. Okay. Yeah. Let's just do that. Finish that real quick as fast as we can. This is gonna be very spiced. 'Cause 300 hostility is not something I can just walk into the storm to. But if we get everything delivered in the next minute and a half, we should be fine. So I guess I'm going to cross my fingers that happens, and we're gonna call it good otherwise. I got plenty of rocks. I think I'm definitely going to just salvage this because I already have the blueprint. No big deal. We'll get back to Sahilda when she's about to leave, and I'll consider if I could even remotely sell that much stuff to get the plantation. I have a ton of tools, but they're way more lucrative to use on caches instead of trading them directly. I've got double wood production. No, there's... I'd have to make myself destitute for this. This is absolutely not worth this. The juice is not worth the squeeze. We'll have to get a fertile ground building from somewhere else. Maybe we'll get more money later. Like from here. I mean, I don't need this until, like, next drizzle when the next trader shows up. So I should probably save the tools just in case something needs it. That might be the smarter play. It's not my favorite play, but it might be the smarter one. Should also give due consideration to making fox houses. I just need space for them, which I guess the woodcutters are sort of working on right now. Yeah, it's fine. That's being worked on, that's good. Let's move these guys down here, though we did get a giant influx of incense. We are still, unfortunately, oops, I was holding shift and not control. We still need a lot more incense for the haunted rain mill. So the more red trees we can knock down, the better. You guys can just kind of move up here. That's fine. Could just shift the harpy house over. Just start making fox houses right here, or I could just make them right now. Nothing says I can't move it to a less ugly spot later. And we do have a rather pressing need for good homes, so that people are happy and don't just leave. So we'll plan on that. Do we have full woodcutters up? We do, okay. So unused to having 2 beavers that aren't being optimized. No more bricks. Boop. There we go. It doesn't really matter who I put in here. I guess just a beaver or whatever. He'll make some bricks. It'll be very useful for a great deal of buildings. So having him do that is fine. I can upgrade the hearth as well. I will need space to put decorations. I would put them in very pretty places, but space is sort of at a premium right now, so I can't. But we can always move decorations for free. I think getting the 20% production bonus from upgrading the hearth a second time is worth having a slightly ugly village for a few moments. It's okay. Checking on how much incense we have. We got more. Still don't have enough though, which is unfortunate. Move these guys back here. They're about to deliver stuff to the warehouse anyway. May as well get them closer to it. Yeah, you guys can go over here. Apothecary is built now. I could supplement our incense production a bit, but I don't think I need to, is the thing. I think we're gonna be fine. I should get a harpy on the blight post, because Year 3 is coming, and then the forest tries to kill us, which is bad. So gotta nip that in the bud a little. Is that the totem? That was the totem! Huzzah! Oh, that's great. We lose a massive amount of hostility. We lose 50 hostility just from having the totem around now, too. Oh, that's such a relief. I'm glad that got finished. Yeah? I think that's all we can do here. Could also put up a gathering post for the moss broccoli. It's always nice to have a little extra food. Want to shore that up. Speaking of food, could slap down the cookhouse around here somewhere. Wouldn't be crazy. Just, you'd only be making skewers until we manage to get flour, so it's questionably useful. Get the ranch going as well. It's not as useful at the moment. It will be nice to have. Newcomers have arrived as well. I did say I wanted more harpies, but I'm pretty sure if I brought them in, they'd start leaving. Maybe not. I'd have to cut a woodcutter, but I've done dumber things. So let's cut a woodcutter, bring these guys in. Oh, they are gonna start leaving. Well, that's a little whoopsie doodles on my part. It's fine though. We're fine here. I'll put the park elsewhere. Put down a harpy house right there. Make that high priority. We do have enough fabric for it, I think. So that should get done theoretically quickly. Theoretically. We can also sneak the woodcutter back to work if we put a fox on the hearth, which I might just do. There we go. That worked out. Get those guys gathering moss broccoli. I can get 2 people gathering from the reeds as well. Actually, we should make them harpies. Because I will need a harpy on there, and I'll need 2 foxes for the cleansing the rain mill. We will be doing that very soon. Very, very soon, I suspect. Our woodcutters are all going at full blast during the storm, so we should eventually get the incense we need in relatively short order. As long as we cut down a red tree or 2, which is not as guaranteed as I'd like. Yeah, we're actually kind of low on those, aren't we? So we are. Maybe move these guys down here, have them focus on this patch. Hopefully that gets us the incense we need. Really rather not have to waste a bunch of useful resources on making incense directly, but if I have to, I have to. Alright. We start making coal, basically you make coal forever. We'll keep enough jerky around to make the harpies happy, and throw anybody into here, I guess. Yeah. We definitely want to use coal primarily as a burning material because it's much more efficient than using wood in like every building. So that's good. Yeah, just basically the plan is cross my fingers and hope I get 4 incense from the trees. Not gonna say it's a foolproof plan, but it is a plan. And, you know, the best plan is the one you have, right? Right. Of course I'm right. Anyway, that'll all get nice and done quickly. Run out of stone. That's a surprise. Well, we have lots of stone up here, so just get collecting that, I guess. We'll have our builders make a road out there, just to make them go a little faster. We're capped on bricks with you, and we have all our buildings built, so that's good to see. So we can slap down the cookhouse. It does give us a use for bricks. It's not where I want to put it quite yet. There would be better. Guessing that guy's done with his planks. We can move this a little bit. Let's get this out of the way. I might use that someday and I don't get anything back from destroying it, so I'm gonna leave it alive. Put that there. Slap down the ranch. That's all fine. Sort of being carried by the food we scavenged, unfortunately. Definitely need to get complex food rolling very soon. In fact, it might be worth making the incense to speed that up, because it's that important. I gotta get that rain mill running. Ugh. Alright. We'll get someone making it. I was hoping we'd already have had the 3 we need in here, but it appears we only collected 1 from all those red trees, and so we are really behind, which is unfortunate. Zorg has arrived. Sometimes he has fertile ground buildings, but not today. Bugger. Biscuits in the rain mill isn't terrible. but it's very expensive. I don't see myself being able to get that. These are both kind of not helpful right now. Silent looting is like a little tiny itty bitty bit helpful. Am I planning on opening more caches? Maybe. Is this even remotely worth the 15 hostility reduction? Maybe? It's a big maybe. We can do better. Flame amulets is better-ish. It's not my ideal get, but it does let me run better resolve on the storm, which is certainly worth something. Alright. Back to this. Luxury? We do have a market, so luxury is very doable. Just have to have a way to make wine, which we're looking for anyway, so seems good. Oh, wow, that's a tough choice. That's a very tough choice. Gosh. Forum is great. It's just a free blueprint right off the bat. We'll be able to make scrolls in the rain mill. Don't have the ability to get ale, but that's not the end of the world. Paramania's really good, though. Not only does it make the kiln more efficient, it also makes us double our purging fire production, which is really, really strong. We are eventually going to burn 18 blight cysts. It'll get done by year 6 guaranteed, unless I'm dead. Which, like, that's not impossible that happens, but it probably won't happen. What's your deal? Oh, right, I have to set a higher limit. Fine. Okay. Yeah. I really, really need that incense done. It would be very unwise for me to start the rain mill without a full pack of incense going. Because we'll get -3 to global resolve every couple of seconds, and that's if it's being worked on or not. So definitely, I mean, like, does Orc have incense?
Hello.
No. Okay. I might have considered buying the last ones we need. Because the timing's not going to be super great. One might say the timing will be bad, in fact. Okay, deliver those immediately. You're going to rest. Okay, you deliver those. Thank you. Okay. Incense delivered. All of our boxes get to cleansing. It'll be done in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Every season is 4 minutes, so theoretically, with 3 foxes, they should be able to carry all of the goods there in one trip and then immediately start working on it. Which means it'll get done before the storm, where resolve is a much, much, much larger issue. So that's good. We have enough bricks to build everything right now, so I may as well get that guy building. You are capped on fuel, I guess? You certainly are. That's a surprise. It's a nice surprise. Alright. Got our houses built, that's good. Everybody's doing stuff I need them to do. I guess if that's the case, we can just fast forward. I'm a little worried about how the storm will go. I do need that cookhouse built, but we're making planks. It's not like I'm not working towards it. Alright. Year 3 clearance, where the actual danger of Against the Storm starts. I'm going to need a lot of people on the Blight Post when the storm hits. That's for sure. Okay, the cookhouse is now complete. Excellent. We can make skewers to make the foxes happy. May as well do that. It's gonna be real hard to make biscuits given that we have nothing to turn into flour and no rain mill. So, yeah, gonna have to consider what we do about that. We might get the occasional root from the rocks, so we can turn that into flour, so I'll prevent people from eating those directly. I'm also going to need some building materials. Oh hey, the harpies are upset. Yeah, that makes sense. We are pretty deep into this now. Everybody's getting a -12 to resolve. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. We have enough wood that I could burn some for hostility reduction. That'll get us through this a little bit. And we only need to last 30 more seconds, so like, it's probably fine. How are you doing? We have enough fuel for all of the cysts. That's good. More people? Sure, I guess. It's fine-ish. We're gonna be riding the lightning a touch here. Things are going to get spooky. Oh my. 0 hostility. People are still leaving. Gosh. Gosh. Okay. Well, it's just for 6 seconds. It's fine. Right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hopefully the harpies recover before they start leaving. Yeah, okay. They did. We're fine. I wasn't worried at all. Anyone who tells you I was worried is a liar. On that note, let's get a harpy house down as fast as I can. Gah, keep having to put them in ugly places. I hate it. I hate it. Anywho, grain, roots, mushrooms. We want all that turned into flour if possible. We could make scrolls, but right now I don't care to that much. Can make building material packs now. We do need 7 of them. So I'll queue that up, get a beaver or 2 on here, because they're happier working in that building. Yeah. That's that. Get people working in the cookhouse now. Seems okay to me. Make sure we have some nice food for the foxes. Once again, I hate the placement of my houses, but oh well. Right now, we need the house more than we need the pretty, so we place these down where they must go down. Also need to think about where the next hearth is going to be placed. Probably should have placed it already, if I'm being real. It's a forbidden glade. Probably not going to place it over there. Maybe here? It's another forbidden glade, but we do have plenty of space already here. I think that's reasonable. We'll get that all chopped out. Put a hearth down there. Someday we might even get some fertile ground buildings, and then we'll have the farmers have less distance to walk. That'll be cool. Anyway, storm's here. We gotta put everybody we can on the Blight post to fight this stuff. Hello, Blight. Good to see you, except not at all remotely. We hate you. We hate the Blight. We hate it a lot. Y'all are working on what you need to. That's good. Is fabric being made? Yeah, but not over planks. We do need some fabric built, so let's queue that up. The Blight looks like it's under control, so that's good. Yeah. I'll want to upgrade the ignition system eventually, but I'll need packs of building materials for that. We don't have any. Harpies are leaving, because we don't have enough fabric. It's not great. I can halt wood cutting. I'd rather not halt wood cutting, granted. But we may be forced to. Though, like, yeah, we're forced to. Oh well. We did what we could. Guess I will halt some wood cutting as soon as we have the resolve for it. But not a moment before. Oof. It's a lot of halted wood cutting. Not happy about that. Now, a good question we must ask ourselves is how are we going to make biscuits? We can make pie, actually. We can make that out of meat, and we have plenty of that. So maybe we get somebody working on that then. Sure. As long as you guys are idle in the cookhouse, maybe you guys can start making pies. We have some flour. Flour exists in the economy. But I'm really gonna need a fertile ground building. Kinda desperately. Plantation would be great. Herb garden would be great. Small farm would be great. Forester's hut would be an insult, but, you know. You can't always get what you want. Oy. We got plenty of time to get more fuel. Certainly tempted to turn in the pre-ignition system right now, but for the moment, let's wait until we can turn in the quest. I really could use the next blueprint. I really need a fertile ground building. Really badly. Alright. Beavers, back to woodcutting. Could also slap a fox on the cache. It's not the worst idea. Yeah, maybe we could grab some money before the trader arrives. That would be okay. These are questionable. Work safety guide can translate into a lot of production speed if I get enough scrolls, and I'm well set up to have scrolls. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like that's gonna be a long way away. I think I want something better. Dual carriage system is better. Survivor bonding also pretty good. Dual carriage system does make things a lot more efficient. I think I'm okay with that one. What else do we have? Ruins. What a shame we cleared out 2 of them already. Would have loved for that to have been retroactive. So maybe just click export, get ourselves a ton of extra parts. Eventually, once we do some trading, some amount of trading, at some point, somehow. I guess that works. Anyway, Sother has arrived. He's brought some great stuff that I wish I could buy, but I can't. Maybe I really do want to get trading going, because it sure feels like I'm being held back by a lack of money a lot. That's why I'm opening up this cache, to be clear, but that's not gonna last forever. Things are not super great. Still no fertile ground building. Need to get another hearth down soon. It's gonna need to be here. Maybe I get 2 woodcutters over here? Maybe. What's in here? Some bugs, some more reeds. Drizzle water? Is that gonna get in the way of my hearth? It is, isn't it? Gosh darn it. But I want it in a pretty location, game. Why can't you let me make things pretty? Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset. I just sound upset to the untrained ear. And that's really your problem when I think about it, so there you go. We'll put the hearth here. Actually, I kind of prefer it 1 back, just so that it lines up really nicely with the hearth. Yes. Yeah, literally just for that reason. Sure. Go with that. New blueprint. Herb garden is probably just what we get. Okay. That may have saved our lives. Because that's a big, big get. It's a really, really big get. Okay. So there's leaving. We still have no money. And therefore we have no stuff. Ain't that a shame? Hey, big delivery's done. The +1 to plank production is going to be fantastic. Fantastic enough that I'm going to halt that guy from doing a 2-star and get him to do 3. Supplier might be the play here. Better plank production instantly activates my neurons, and 2-star water skins will take care of containers, which opens up the ability to make wine, pickled goods, and ale. And all that sounds real sweet to me. So let's get the supplier. Cool. That'll be top priority because that is where we will be making all of our planks forever now. So yeah, we only need 8 planks. Do we have 8 planks? We do have 8 planks. Cool. Making no more planks here. We're done. You guys are still clearing out space that needs to be cleared out. And all that gone, so I can put harpies over there. And I'm sure eventually the small hearth will get built. Herb gardens are a very high priority, as well as the fertile ground. I don't think we're gonna get a harvest this year, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not looking likely. But we'll deal with it. Basically what's gonna happen. The planks were delivered, right? Where are all they? Where did they all go? Where did they get put? We had 12 planks get delivered. Did it all go into the ranch? Is that what happened? Could have been what happened. Mildly annoying. But I guess we deal with it. I guess I need you guys making planks again now. New people have arrived again. I don't want to bring this many people in, not gonna lie. But I do want more harpies. I also want more foxes. All of that's a little awkward. Oh, the flawless. Oh, right, we're still making packs of building materials. That's right. That's where it's all going. That's my bad. I should have remembered. Anyway, let's get triple ignition system rolling. That will help clear out the blight in a huge way. We have the ability to make the supplier now, so we turn off plank production in here. Probably pull somebody out of it as well. Okay. We've still got plenty of meat, so I don't particularly care about the ranch right now. Got some leather too. But yeah, let's make a bunch of water skins, but we definitely want to make planks primarily. Put some harpies on there because they're happy about that. I'd love to put a harpy here just to help with biscuit production, probably. Also love to pipe this up, which means I will need pipes, which we can pretty easily make. Make it out of copper if you can, but if you can't, make it out of crystallized dew. We do have enough. Good. Good. Need to make these roads a little less ugly. Then we build some more fox houses. We have enough for 10, so this is 12 and 14. Hopefully the hearth gets done before I die of old age. Would be ideal. basically just sitting around waiting on planks to be made, huh? Pretty much. Here comes our little delivery carts. Dragon produced goods back to the warehouse. It's very nice. Very helpful. Well, we're gonna get the herb gardens going on year 5 at least. It's a bit of a late herb garden, I'm not gonna lie. But it exists. And that'll have to be good enough. I think beavers take less frequent breaks than foxes and harpies, so keep them on the herb garden. So they spend more of their time working in the garden and less time sitting at the hearth drinking coffee. Cool. Going to make a fence around the herb garden because it's pretty. And the more you watch me play City Builders, the more you'll realize how much prettiness means to me. I should make sure pies are capped. Yeah. We don't need this many pies. I don't mind having this many pies, but we definitely don't need this many pies. Oops. Nope. Do not blow that up, thank you. But yeah, we're gonna need a lot of herbs and a lot of roots to sustain the food that we need in here. Could also consider the altar. This is Prestige 15. Like, I should take what advantages I can get, for sure. Alright. Storm has arrived. I imagine we'll be halting all wood cutting. Maybe not? Maybe not. It's a big maybe, though. You on the hearth. If we halt all wood cutting, we get below 3. And that might just be the best we can do, unfortunately. Sure looks that way. Bummer. Really need to get some way of getting more beaver resolve. But we'll get that next year. Once we get biscuits being made, we'll get a lot more beaver resolve. Maybe we can get some pickled goods rolling too. Tea house has returned. Smokehouse is also here. I don't think it's useful. Certainly not as useful as the tea house. Can make good porridge for the foxes, make very, very efficient tea for the harpies and foxes. I do want to try to get services up, because there's no guarantee I'm going to stay below 5 hostility for the entire game. I dare say there's like a good chance that we just won't, period. And it will be all terrible and I'll hate it. But, you know, that doesn't go with planned optimism either, so. For now, we just keep our fingers crossed. I do need to get some rain pump going as well. Like, eventually this geyser pump will get built. Just, again, basically just waiting on planks. It'll all get done eventually. Probably gonna pop into this dangerous glade next year as well. Just, you know, it's a good time to open it up when drizzle hits. It just gives you as much time as possible to clear the glade event before the next storm. Foragers camp is run out. That's fine. There's plenty more broccoli down here. Can I clear this out? I do have the tools to clear this out. I certainly wouldn't mind more money. And more victory points. Like, we're getting there in terms of victory points, but that's it feels like it's a distant prospect right now. I'm gonna need to do a lot more to get resolve up, and I'm also gonna need to do a lot more to get you know, tools and stuff like that. Are we like actually good now? I can run woodcutters? The beavers are happy because they ate some biscuits. That's pretty nice. Okay, I dig it. We need more beaver housing also, so let's go there. It's fine, sure. Some on the hearth. Good. Good. I'd love to pop into this dangerous glade like now, but it's really a terrible idea with creeping shadows, because -10 global resolve is it's what we call really bad. It's one of those really, really bad things. One of those bad things that will kill you. So I'm not gonna do the bad thing that kills me. I feel that's the better play. I think I can finally move these to slightly prettier locales. The Harpy house here? Sure. That'll get cleared out someday. Why not? Alright. Another cornerstone. Driving water is eventually good. Trade logs is fine. I don't mind faster traders, even though we are not buying anything from them. Still nice to have the option available. Could also use my last reroll for something that does something. Nope, neither of these do anything. That's lame. I guess I'll take some money. What do I got here? Deliver 20 tools and 18 pipes. I would love the oil per minute. That would be fan-flippin-tastic. But boy, oh boy, that's not happening. I am trying to get up to 30 foxes, so fox majority sounds like a good way to poke my brain and be like, hey, remember that thing that you really needed to do? You should do that. And then I'm like, oh yeah, the thing I needed to do, that thing, yeah, I should do that thing. Ideally, that's what happens. I might pick up the scout pack, honestly. That saves you so many trips to and from the warehouse, it's really good for glade events. So I'll grab that. Would also like Beaver Clan support, but right now it's just kind of hard. Can't really get those easily. Okay, what did we find in here? A lot of stuff. Wow. Oh, this is a good glade. Wow. 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 That's so good. Holy cow. Okay. This is fantastic. We found a blood flower. I hate those, but they are very easy to clear. So we clear those. Furnace is full. We have plenty of pie. Keep one person there. That can be our builder. And oh my god, we found a ton of ruins. A small farm will be amazing. We can make herbs in the herb garden instead of herbs and roots, because we can turn grain into flour at a much, much, much better rate. then we turn roots into flour. So that's great. We also found a distillery, which can make wine, which we needed. And we found a tool shop, which makes really good tools and pipes, which could, like, practically win us the game. That's so good. And the road lines up? The road lines up. Oh my god, it was like it was meant to be. That's glorious. That's a glorious and beautiful glade we just broke into. I'm so thrilled. Holy cow. That's really, really great. That's going to be such a massive help. Holy cow. Speaking of things that will be a help that I should ponder. The blight post, yeah, we're fine there. Ah, the geyser pump's done. Good. If I automate this, I won't be able to make a third hearth. And at the rate we're going, I'm probably gonna have to make a third hearth. It does certainly feel that way. But it's not like there's no other way to get that, so... What if I just did that, though? Pipe up the cookhouse. Biscuits. We basically don't need a limit on biscuits at all. Cap it at 70, I guess. It's fine. Oh, come clearance harvest season, we're going to hopefully be swimming in a ton of complex food for literally everybody. And I'll be very happy about it. Out of reeds there, that's fine. Got some over here. Just move this out of the way somewhere. It's good enough. Glad the reeds got plucked there, because now I have more room for beaver houses. And I may as well move these down, because the hearth is active. Oops. Yeah, that's fine-ish. It's not fine. I lied. With the fox house over here, we've got all the fox housing we need queued up. It's just a matter of getting it built now. But pretty soon we'll have 8 people living down here. We'll get another bonus to resolve, and that'll be great. Looks like that was cleared. That's good. We're going to be perpetually losing food while this blood flower is going on, but, you know, I've got 2 foxes working on it. I can't go any faster with it. So, it is what it is. Alright. Hearth upgraded. It's wonderful. We're gonna be 2 people short of filling out this hearth completely. Or, filling it up enough to get the next level, is what I actually mean. And hey, look, people arrived. I guess these guys, they need to hit 10 harpies at some point. Sure. Come on in. Everyone's welcome. Even though you're giving me an odd-numbered home, and that kind of annoys me. Okay, we'll get those down. See no reason I shouldn't fill this out with a little garden path. A little lamp in the middle so people can be like, oh, I can actually see the flowers now. That's great. I love being able to see flowers instead of just wishing I could see them. That's fantastic. Our Viceroy's so kind to us. I'm sure that's what they all say. Getting some passive reputation from Resolve now, which is great. We might actually get another blueprint soon if I'm lucky. Field kitchen is done. So is the tea house. We can't really make use of the tea quite yet. Also, we have no more crystallized dew? Really? Huh. Well, we'll get more soon. And this doubles the crystallized dew we get from trees, which is really sweet. But yeah, we should start making pickled goods out of whatever we have. Which is not much. Sure isn't. Awkward. That's fine though. Just keep 90 around, that's fine. Get somebody working on it. Sure. You too. Work on that. Maybe a harpy, actually. Let's make sure we have a harpy on this as well. And then we get somebody in the tea house. Probably harpies again. Herbs are probably the best thing we can use for porridge here. Keep like 50 of it around. Water skins are made better elsewhere, so do not make it there. And like, I guess we consider what we do with tea here. We'll want to make that eventually, for sure. Just a little hard to do that at the moment. Are you out of bugs? You are. Huh. Go figure. Get you out of the way then, and now that this all is cleared out, we can put the market down. And that will be great. We also got a new blueprint. Ooh, clothier. That's real good. Cellar's also real good. If I didn't have a distillery I could rebuild, I'd probably pick that, but I'm going to definitely pick up coats, because that'll make a lot of people real happy. And that's what I want. I want a lot of people real happy. Right, I'm going to move these shelters over here. It's fine. It's in the hearth, right? Yeah, just barely. Yeah, there's plenty of people in there. Good. We can use this section for another little bit tiny industrial zone. That's where the tailor will be. That's where they'll make coats, hopefully swiftly. It's swift tailoring is Taylor Swift, and it's a funny, theoretically. Anyway. Let's keep going. All these people will get busy as soon as we get in a couple of harvests at the gardens. You left some fields fallow, I can't help but notice. Probably means I need a second building for that. Same here, maybe. I guess we plan on it. Just slap that down there. It's good enough. Put another one over here. Kind of fits really nicely, actually. Pretty happy about that. Well, everyone has a house, so we're good there at least. I could theoretically put it here. The only thing blocking me are trees. This is a terrible location. I cut off a ton of space thanks to, like, the flood zones. But what if it was just fine? good, we took care of the blood flower. We're getting +1 to crystallized dew production from the trees, which will be very, very helpful. We've got just the tiniest amount of blight rot from our piping up of stuff, but nothing too dangerous. So that's good. Hopefully these two get done relatively soon. Running out of biscuits? Are we just behind on flower production? No, we're behind on having any roots. Yeah, I do need roots to exist. That's certainly true. Put a warehouse down here. It's not my favorite spot for it, granted, because, like, it's right here. Doesn't feel like it saves a lot of time. It's something to consider. Lots to work on. We can also get some herbs from down here. It's definitely something we can have people do. Mildly worried about the storm, but it's probably gonna be fine. Alright, 4 hostility going into the storm. We're still below 5, so that's good at least. Oh my. These are some good cornerstones. Holy cow. Wow. Wow, these are all good. I think I can't not take generous rations. I'm very worried about our resolve going into the storm, and 10% chance of not consuming food sounds really good to me. Okay. The next one is not as good. I mean, 8 ancient tablets is a lot of money. Like, a lot of money. You know, not having impatience from people leaving or dying is always a nice safety play, but I'm not gonna have anyone leave or die. It's fine. Secure trail, I don't really want newcomers to arrive any quicker than they already are. I'm already worrying about being able to sustain our current population, so I guess I will take a great deal of money. Seems okay to me. And finally we have this. Cheap construction's not bad. Stormwalker training's pretty good. We're not really doing that much with trade routes, though. I do like faster traders, and I like getting the money from trade routes a lot faster, but I think this is just like woodpecker technique. Get some bunch of bugs during the storm. It's a very good way to supplement our meat. Seems fine to me. Okay. Let's see how our resolve is doing. I imagine bad. It's bad-ish, but surprisingly solvable. So that's good. Alright, blood flowers cleared, so we have some people that can rebuild the distillery. Small farm now exists. I want to get some beavers on that if I have any to spare. Which I kinda don't, sorta. I guess I can pull you out of the field kitchen and replace you with someone else. Which I will do. Boop. There we go. You guys can work on the farm over here. That'll be great. I'd like to replace the guy in the kiln as well, probably with a fox. And that'll be fine. Just waiting for the coal to be done. Blink. There we go. Perfect. You guys work on the farm, get us a bunch of grain. And then we can use the grain primarily for flour, and then we can make biscuits out of herbs and roots. And that will be great. If I had a clearance geyser, I would consider using the apothecary to speed up biscuit production. Still might do that, actually. Yeah. Problem just is a big lack of flour. It's unfortunate. Okay. At least we're gonna have plenty of bugs now. Pretty happy about that. We should move some of these woodcutters around too. Where's a lot of wood we can chop down still? This is pretty good. Near-ish to the warehouse. I like it when things are near-ish. I like my warehouses like I like my JRPGs. Near-ish. If you got that, you might be a weeb. But only a mild one. You're forgiven for it. I guess if you're gonna be idle, you can make tea. We do now have a ton of crystallized dew, so that's helpful. Harpy resolve is low again. No, don't be unhappy, be happy instead. I don't have a pretty place to put another harpy house down. Quick, we need more pie! It is imperative that we are pied as soon as possible. For God's sakes, it's pie day. I think I actually have an emote for that. Hold on. Which one was it? Yes. That is, we have been pied. Okay. Silliness aside, we do need a little bit of help still. Harvester's camp is run out again. There's still some reeds over here, though. Happy to pick those up. Put down some boxes and barrels here, make pretend that we're storing items in there, and that'll be cool. Year 6. Safe haven's great. Anything that lowers hostility by 80, I will take in a heartbeat, that's for sure. Okay, good. Good. The tool shop exists. We do have some caches that I definitely wouldn't mind sending off to the Citadel. Like, the perks here are actually really nice, but I think I need the resolve more than I need anything else. Also, I should tear this down. Oh wait, I can't! It's Corrosive Torrent! Ah! I don't get anything back from it anymore. That sucks. Oh well. Anyway, let's cap this at 24. Use planks because it's slightly more efficient. As for pipes, I do want 14 pipes kicking around, and that will be great. I kind of need people for this, though. We'll have to work on that, I guess. Sir Renwald Redmane. You sell wildfire essence, which I'm very interested in. You also have money, And I have a lot of tablets I can't do anything with. So, do you find yourself with too much amber and not enough ancient tablets for the queen? Well, I've got a deal for you, sir. Anyway, let's get us a wildfire essence. It will be necessary if I want to make another hearth. Make up the difference in a bit of jerky, sure. Grab the forum blueprint because that sounds great. I would love the extra pies as well, but that might be a little hard to buy. So I'm gonna say it was good enough. Alright, now we can plop down the forum over here too. That's pretty cool. And I've got all this space to make it pretty too. It's really good. Still want more foxes. This will get me to the harpy resolve, the number of harpies I need. So that's good. I will need to favor them to get harpy resolve done. Did I accidentally pick that up and I had the forum blueprint from somewhere? No, okay. I did not pick that up. I recall this now. Cool. Yeah, I think I'll make a really neat, like, area here for the forum. Kinda like it. So we can slap that down there. Put, like, a big ol' fountain next to it. Be all ostentatious and be like, yes, this is the forum where we discuss high-level ideas. People are like, oh, fancy. Fancy ideas. Oh, you guys must be very, very smart and cool. And they'll be like, yes, yes, we are smart and indeed also cool. I'm so glad you noticed. I don't know what this bit is. Don't ask. Anyway, we'll get somebody in the tool shop. He'll work on some tools for us. That will be excellent. Distillery is getting rebuilt as we speak, so that's fine. We've got some extra people now. Where do they go, though? Guess you can make some cloth. We are out of fabric. Oh yeah, we'll need the fabric for the coats. We're gonna need a lot of those. In fact, I might need to make 2 clothiers. It's not impossible that will be a thing I will desperately need. And Wald is leaving. We're gonna have to just call that fine. But now we get to kind of sit back and bask in everybody being happy, so that's pretty cool. Someday we'll get enough pipes for the blight post upgrade. But for now, don't need the bathhouse. Don't need the smokehouse either. These suck. Please give me something better. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Wow, that's a lot better. Thank you. Thank you, good sir. I appreciate what you have done for me. Granary exists now. Holy cow. Yes. Way, way, way better pickle good production now. We are going to be thrilled by that. Keep 90 around. That'll be good. Keep using water skins primarily, but you can use whatever. At the end of the day, I don't care what goes into them as long as they exist. Fabric, we will need to have a ton of that made. But now we have 2-star fabric. It's going to be right across the way from the clothier. That is going to be super duper excellent. Okay. We want someone else on this herb garden to make sure that all the plots get used. Would also love to put somebody else on this one, which I guess I could. It's not terrible. Sure. Go on. Go in there. Let's need somebody at the herb camp to get these herbs. That'll all be great. Yeah, I'm definitely at the point where I'm like, I need to think about third hearth. Do I go in the Forbidden Glade? That seems hideously ill-advised. That just seems like a terrible plan. Maybe it is the plan. Maybe I do that. Anyway, harpy population done. Boom. More reputation, and we get the alchemist hut. That will be very useful for tea and wine, although probably only going to make crystallized dew in there. I mean, wine's made fine in both of these places. I'm honestly not sure what I'm gonna do with those. But it is very nice to have the ability to make crystallized dew if I need it. And as for the distillery, we can start making wine, which will be good. Oh, actually, it's more efficient if I make a harpy, make wine in here, so we'll be doing that. For sure. Don't care what you make wine out of. If we are absolutely 100% completely out of crystallized dew, you're allowed to make some crystallized dew here. But only if we are absolutely completely out. Alright. Still looking for the tea doctor and more foxes for the fox steed. That'd be good. Would also like the ability to have all my services cleared, but that will take a while, unfortunately. Still, we have everything we need but brawling right now. We also need a way to make ale, but that's doable, I'm sure. Probably. Pardon me. My nose decided that it needed to be stuffy and make it everyone's problem. I mean, this isn't a terrible spot. Just punch into the dangerous glade here, also the small glade. Don't hate it. Grill does make ale, but it makes it, like, really terribly. Makes much better skewers, but... well, not much better. It just makes slightly better skewers. I kind of hate this. I might just save up for a reroll. Just gonna deactivate that, I think. I'd love somebody else in the tea house to help with porridge and tea. I'd also love to pipe that up. Maybe I even will do that at some point. Maybe that will even happen. Feeling a little rough on raw food right now, but well, we'll be fine. I hope. How are you doing in the tool shop, sir? You've made 4 tools and you're making a ton of pipes, all of which I asked you for, so hard to be mad about that, I guess. Okay. You can get to making pickled goods in here. I guess if you're gonna be on food production, I may as well pull some people out of the completely idle cookhouse and put them in here, where they will make things. Theoretically, we should have a lot of roots. In theory. Trapper's camp has run out of bugs. Oh, you've run out. There's no more. I mean, there's some here, but the Trapper's camp is not powerful enough. You can't handle my strongest bug nests, traveler. Anyway. The market now exists. Get people on that just for extra carrying capacity. That will be extremely good. Like this weird pattern. Also, I should upgrade this hearth. What am I doing? This should have been upgraded ages ago. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 more parks somewhere. Here's fine. Cool. Let's get some harpies working on making clothing. And you can stop making fabric here because it is way better made in the granary. That'll be that. The more you look at my model, the more you realize it's freaking out. Yeah. It's not a... I adjusted the tracking a bit the other day. Oh god, why is it going that badly? Shouldn't... I see your point now. It is kind of like wobbling a lot. I don't know what causes that. I could just reset the camera. It is a thing I could do. I don't know why it wobbles this much. Hang on. I'll unpause and then I'll vanish for a quick second. See if I can't get this jitter to go away. Well, that'll be a little better. Probably. Alright, well, we're still below 4 hostility. So that's something. Ooh, right. I also need more people on the blight posts. I sure do. I guess we can slow down our coal making. Call that okay. Also pull someone from the harvester's camp. It's not a terrible plan. It's nice to see we're good on 4 hostility at least. My eye tracking is a little bit weird too. Gosh darn it. It's fine. I'll just stare straight ahead at the camera. Anyway, I think we've got a handle on the corruption. We don't have too much of it going on. Yeah, we only have like 5 cysts left. That should be fine. And we can also turn in Pyromania now, which is great. That doubles our purging fire production and increases our coal production, which is fantastic. Okay. Down to 3, down to 2, yeah. We can throw these guys back to their old jobs now, I think. Turn Christy emote. I can't make custom emotes yet. I'm not an affiliate. I was planning to like knock a few pixel art emotes out in Paint, but there's hurdles to climb. Okay. All right, that's all of the blight. So that's good. I do need somebody building, though. I guess we can have the reeds collected a little slower. That's fine. Okay. Okay. That'll do. How are we doing on tools? We have 6. 6 entire tools. Okay, well, it's gonna be a little bit before we can open up the caches, as it turns out. Now give me foxes. It's both fine, I guess. Both getting 6 either way. Guess I'll bring those guys in. Yes, that did make the harpies upset. So now we actually have homelessness despite the 2 shelters, which is not great. Do need to fix that. Yeah, I think the plan is gonna have to be go into that dangerous glade, put a hearth down like here. I think that is just gonna have to be the plan. Because we need space, and we need it quite badly. What's your problem? We're capped on planks? Really? What? That doesn't seem right. I need to build more stuff. Hey, the forum's nearly done. There we go. Cool. Fill that out with harpies, sure. Gives us a nice plus 15 to production. It's excellent. Could get another beaver or 2 in the grain mill. Well, they're all kind of where I want them to be right now. Maybe I should have brought the beavers in instead of the others. Ooh, free jerky. I'd love that. I'd love that for us. It's a little hard to get right now, though. It's very expensive. We could also use the gathering camps. Nothing really drops leather. It does make our ranch a little better. Which, I mean, like, there's uses for that. I don't think we need Firekeeper armor since I upgrade the Blight Post. I think Tanning Rex is fine. It's fine. Hello, Zia. Could sell you a ton of bugs. We do have an inordinate amount of insects with us that we are not using. So, may as well turn the bugs that we have too many of into something more useful. I'm okay with that. Do I spend that on a reroll or do I try to get the secret cookbook? It would spare me having to spend any time at all making jerky, which I do approve of. Could also sell you 5 of these, I don't mind that at all. Uh... Forager's Camp would get me a bunch of vegetables, but that's about it. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I need to chop into these as efficiently as I can so we don't waste time on whatever the heck is in that glade. I guess we're just kind of chilling. Feels weird. Anyway, let's get a harpy in the alchemist hut. They can make wine and crystallize dew if we absolutely have run out. Still getting a bit of reputation from the foxes, which is good. I do, however, need to get a new hearth down. Hi. It's another rain spirit totem. We don't have enough incense for that quite yet. We do have enough tea for that. And I think I'm just fine using that. Sure. Let's roll with it. Stormwater geyser could be helpful-ish. I could pipe up the kiln and the furnace. And that's it. So that's it's not as great as I thought it would be. Still, something I could do. Let's get the makeshift post down finally. I did need to do trade routes at some point. And I don't think I'm going to get anything better for it. So let's just make them. Still really want to re-roll this. Is that better than Sahilda's cookbook? It's a great question, me. Wish I had an answer for me. But I kinda don't have an answer. I need better blueprints. Forager's Camp has arrived. It's useful, I should take it. The end. Carpenter's not useful. Neither is the Advanced Rain Collector. I mean, I could use the Advanced Rain Collector, but again, I really want to get the Tea Doctor, because I have been trying to get the Fox Utopia achievement for ages, and it's been denying me this whole time, which is upsetting. So we'll save our money for rerolls. We'll eventually get some tools made. Start opening up some caches, get some reputation, get some money. We might just win soon too, now that I look at the reputation bar. Which, I mean, that's cool. I guess that's good. That does mean I will not get the deed I was searching so hard for. But maybe that's fine. I'll still try. Still open a bunch of crates and try to get more foxes, but yeah. It's kind of looking like I'm just gonna accidentally win, which is something I do a lot. So I focus a great deal on making everybody happy, and then suddenly they're so happy I win. It's a little bit of suffering from success, I guess. Oh, we are falling behind in a lot of ways, aren't we? We sure are. Harvester's Camp is done. It's done. Nothing else we can harvest. Fair enough. I guess you get to go over here and be a builder for a bit. I need better housing, but I really don't want to start the better housing until I get another hearth down, which I am kind of working on in many ways. You should maybe work on it in the way that gets it done. You know, That's an option. Man, I'm kind of surprised we're getting any Harpy resolve at all with plus 300 hostility from this thing. But we are, so that's nice. How are we doing everywhere else? We can finally upgrade the Blight Post of the Automaton, and I'm very eager to do that. We no longer need that many pipes, so we'll pull it down to 6. That is enough to make a geyser. And enough to pipe up a building or two. Well, one building. 1.5 buildings. You're out of rocks. I thought you'd never run out. But you did. We kind of want that fully staffed, honestly. Then again, we are sitting on, like, yeah, 240 rocks. Maybe that's not as critical as my brain was trying to convince me it was. Mayhap. Just a touch. Yeah, our bottleneck is just flour production, isn't it? Gosh. Oh, hey, tools are made. Great. Get out of there then. Hey, the totem's done. Excellent. I'll take the negative hostility any day of the week. We can start sending these caches out. Send this medium one out. Those will both help a lot. And we approach the storm. We never hit 5 hostility at any point. That's really good. Although, like, we have the market. We could just activate services, come to think of it. And maybe I will. Maybe I will do that. Let them have tea. Tea and wine. How much wine do we have lately? Not a lot. Not a lot. But enough. Sure. The gates are open, folks. You can have as much tea and wine as you like. We are producing it well enough. Boy, do I wish I had another small farm for that. But I don't. So we deal with it. Bring more people in. Love to bring in more foxes. I do need them. Problem is that will bump us up a hostility level with very little way of reducing it. So I do need to think about that a little bit. I forget, did I pick up silent looting way back when? I did not. So the caches I'm opening are not reducing hostility. That's fine. Not a huge deal. I mean, if you're gonna be capped here, you may as well leave. Do something like building. Dun dun. Yeah, I'm gonna need those herbs picked, actually. So if you don't mind getting this specific herb out of the way, I'd appreciate that. And we'll plan on that. I can't bring in these people without hitting 5 hostility. And then getting people killed. Speaking of getting people killed. We hit 5 hostility. Because we opened up a cache and got some impatience reduction. And the impatience reduction made us get a little hostility. Because, as everyone knows, The angrier the queen is, the happier the forest is. Why? We don't ask that. I can't use either of those. Come on, game. It's so mean. I really do not like the re-rolling system they have, but it's part of the game. I understand it. Gloves or herbs? We're out of reeds, so probably should get the thing that will get me stuff. It's probably a wise plan. Bliss, you've arrived. I have some tablets. You want some tablets? And like something else so that I don't feel like this is a highway robbery kind of trade. Some coal? Sure. Cool. Love it. Thanks. I might consider getting pickle jars from her too. It would be really handy, because that would make things wildly more efficient when it comes to our food production, and I do like that. So let's grab that. Call it good. And wonder why I did any of that, because we're about to win. Yeah, we won. The end. Good times. Didn't get Fox Majority, unfortunately, but it is probably enough that I actually won that game. Prestige 15 is no joke. I should save the deed hunting for much, much easier games. We also uncovered a quest. Sardath the Wise. What is wrong with your face? Could sell some artifacts for food, which is like a net gain of resources, I guess. Or I could have a map modifier appear right where he is, which is certainly interesting in terms of things I could do here. Alright. A map modifier, sure. In theory, I could grab me something that'll get me another obsidian box, and maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get enough fragments to clear the seal. Maybe. Could happen. What's a fun one? Dangerous lands blocked by a nearby biome. You don't say. But what? What's blocking it? I don't know. Gathering Storm's not too hard. Could also make it Fertile Grounds and just make it way easier on me, but I desperately need more fragments, and for that I need to do modifiers that hurt me. I do like Gathering Storm in terms of the map modifiers. I would rather Dangerous Lands, but I don't know why it's blocked by a nearby biome. It's weird. Anyway, that'll do. I guess it'll be a Marshlands game on Prestige 20, which I'm not guaranteed to win by any stretch of the imagination, because that's gonna be really hard. Like, kinda super extremely hard. Yep. Sure is. But that's for next time, I think. I think I've talked my throat sore enough. Looks like the Whimsy one is playing Against the Storm. Oh, no, he's playing Slay the Spire. Well, whatever. He's a good bean. I'm gonna rate him. He's okay. And I'm gonna treat you to my new outro. So that'll be cool. Just made it today, and you'll see how low effort it is, and you'll see, oh yeah, I can see how you made that in a day. But either way, hey, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate that. I will be back on Saturday for probably more Against the Storm. It's a free day, but, you know, it's usually Against the Storm if it's a free day because I love the game. But that'll be that. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. And we'll get raiding. Thank you again. Peace.